Hello and welcome back to another faction review for Kingdoms of Arda. Today we're going to have a look at Dunland, one of the lesser known factions that will be featured in the first release. Dunland will be split into three fiefdoms: Isenmarch, Caerdh and Dunfearan, and each of these fiefdoms will have access to their own unique units, such as the Wolfguard in Dunfearan and the caerdh elite troops. So let's take a closer look at each of the fiefdoms. Isenmarch, located in the south, close to Isengard. This is the area where the invasions of Rohan will be launched from. You will be able to cross the forts of Isen, but there will also be another smaller fort further west, so you can cross the river Adorn and invade Rohan from further west. Lore-wise, this region have always been a center of conflict between Dunland and Rohan, and this will likely also be the case in the mod. You may notice on this map that Isengard actually owns half of this fiefdom, which also allows them to recruit certain Dunland units. This fiefdom is highly influenced by Saruman and serves him loyally. The next fiefdom is known as Caerdh and borders the Misty Mountains. This fiefdom is mostly known for its forests, the mountains, and the deadly elite units of the region. The chieftain of Caerdh is called Thredan Wolfsbane, which is a character you might know from Games Workshop. He will be somewhat different, but we have decided to use the name for familiarity's sake. The town of this fiefdom is Killian, which is a name you might recognize from other Lord of the Rings mods. Like most mods, we've taken locations from Merb, the old Middle-earth role-playing game, somewhat similar to Dungeons & Dragons. So that's where we got the name from. The capital fiefdom of Dunland is called Dunfearan. Its capital is Dunlarak, which might be another name you recognize. This fiefdom offers the most powerful units available to Dunland, the Wolfguard. These are highly trained warriors that also serve and protect the faction leader of Dunland, Wolf. Now this name might ring a bell if you're a lore nerd that knows about Helm Hammerhand's story, but this is of course a different character with the same name. The character is also featured in the extended edition of The Two Towers, where he makes a blood oath to serve Saruman. While we normally appreciate the visuals from the films, we will make some changes to Dunland, so not all the units look like stinking barbarians living in caves. This includes Wolf getting a more fitting outfit to match his status as chief. While Dunland consists of united clans, they are in a way also very divided, thanks to their new loyalty to Saruman. The southern fief, Isenmarch, is loyal without question, almost fanatical, as their hatred for Rohan goes far back. The capital fiefdom Dunfearan is loyal too, thanks to Wolf and his blood oath. Wolf's hatred for Rohan runs deep, and he sees Saruman as a way to avenge his people and make the Strawheads pay. Caerdh, however, is more inclined to not simply follow orders blindly. Here the chieftain Thredan doesn't simply want to follow Saruman's orders, but instead rule the clans of his own. As you can probably guess, this will cause some internal conflict within the faction that will make each playthrough more unique. In one version, Thredan might remain loyal, in another he might rebel and fail, and in a third he could rise to power and not serve Saruman. We hope that this mechanic will make the gameplay more interesting and maybe invite players to take part and decide the future of Dunland. In fact, a player can become the faction leader of Dunland both through Saruman, but also after gaining full independence from Isengard. West of Dunland, we plan to add a neutral faction called the Clansmen of Enethwaith. Some of you might also be wondering what I mean by neutral faction. It's simply a term we use for smaller factions that neither serve good nor evil directly, but instead the faction can be at war with either side, if not both. This means that the clansmen could attack Dunland in one playthrough, stay neutral in the next, and in a third one, they might attack a common enemy like Rohan. This of course creates a lot of variety in a sandbox game like Mount Blade Bannerlord, which we hope will improve the gameplay experience overall and make you want to start a new save later, as not one playthrough will be the same. It's currently not planned that we will include the clansmen in the first release, but they might be added in a patch later thereafter. It's the same story with the Druidane, which you might know from the books. Dunland's main enemy will of course be Rohan, however, and most of the fighting will take place around the Gap of Rohan, where they will fight alongside Isengard, trying to invade the Riddermark. And that's all you should know about Dunland for now. Thank you all for watching, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and make sure to check out the other faction reviews if you haven't already. Farewell till next time.